Boom, welcome to the Spectrum Fit YouTube channel. I have a question for you real quick. Are you confident about entering a marathon, half marathon, CrossFit competition, boxing match, doing a 10K, 5K? If the answer is no, watch this video. I'm gonna talk to you about the 8-week method. This is a concept that I put together after all my years of training. It's kind of how I've put together all my training programs. So in this video, I'm gonna go over what is the 8-week training method, like what is that? How you can adopt it, how often you should be doing it, and how easy it is. And the thing is, it doesn't matter whether you're an athlete looking to compete or you're a regular Joe Schmo, the 8-week training method is also something that I use to stay lean all year round and have a six-pack. Get you going? I don't know what will. So let's get into it. So the first thing is obviously the concept. So the concept is to be in shape all year so that you're 8 weeks away from being able to compete. So what does that mean? Let's say you said to me right now, Jav, go do a CrossFit competition. I'm so confident in my fitness levels right now that if you gave me 8 weeks of focus training to compete in CrossFit, I'd be able to do it. I'm not saying I'd win a medal, but I would be good enough. Or let's flip it, let's say boxing. If you said to me, Jav, 8 weeks to get ready for a boxing match, can you do it? Hell yeah, because I keep myself in good enough shape to be 8 weeks away. Now, if you're wondering why I say 8 weeks, this comes from a bit of a football thing because pre-seasons would usually be 6 to 8 weeks of pre-season. So that's where you do running, and gym work. I like to keep myself in that pre-season kind of fitness levels all year round so that if I do get excited and I do decide to enter a competition, I only need to focus for 8 weeks on working on my skills and skill acquisition rather than having to lose body fat, get lean, No, I keep myself in good shape all year round. So the concept is quite simple. Keep yourself in good shape so that you're 8 weeks away from a competition. That's the concept of the 8-week training method. Now, how the hell do you do that? That's generally the question I get. Let's get into it. So essentially, the 8-week training method employs a hybrid model. That means we do weight training, we do running, we do cycling, we do sprint work, we do interval training, we work on mobility. So there's quite a few concepts to it. But in order for you to actually employ this 8-week training method, you need to be able to cover all your bases. So it's not like doing bodybuilding where we're just focusing on weights and maybe getting our steps in through, getting our cardio in through steps. It's not quite CrossFit, although probably CrossFit is the closest to it, but CrossFit has a lot of skill acquisition that you need to be able to do. You don't need the skills to do this because you develop the skills 8 weeks out to the competition that you're gonna do. So in some ways you could say it's hybrid training, but hybrid training doesn't always make you 8 weeks away from a competition. That's the difference. So before I get to frequency, which I want to talk to you about, people usually ask me a couple questions. What about my body weight, body fat, so on and so forth? I think the baseline for you to be in the 8-week training method is at least 15% or less body fat. Because if you're 15% body fat and you need to get down to 12 or 11% or 10%, then that's a lot easier than being really, really high. Plus that means you're probably gonna look lean as well. And I wanna look lean all year round. That's the key for me as well. Because I'm vain, I'm egotistical, and I have my own goals as well, right? I do wanna look good in the mirror as well. I can't lie to you. But let's get into that. Frequency. But you should be training at least 3 to 5 times per week, okay? And to further add to that is if you're doing weight training, you need to be tracking all your lifts. So that means you are progressing and you're doing progressive overload. If you've been training for a while, you'll know what that means. If you don't, it just means just start lifting heavier every single week or every single month at least. So 3 to 5 times per week, that's a mixture of doing cardio, weightlifting, and I would even add into there, if you play a sport, I would be throwing in some sports in there as well, because it's very important that you're able to kind of encompass multiple areas of training rather than using one training model. How can I hit all of these things with only 3 sessions a week or 4 sessions a week? I can't explain that in this video because that means this video will be like 45 minutes long. But you have to look at your overall programming and see which part of my program can I pull apart to make it fit more of a hybrid training style where I can do a bit of running, I can do a bit of cardio, whether it's on the assault bike or the watt bike or the rowing machine. I can do my heavy weight training at least 3 or 4 times a week. Like, you can do this, and there's different templates and models that I put together. Hit the link in the bio for the free 2-week 6-pack program, and it kind of encompasses a lot of this stuff. So that's basically what you need to do. I've got a free program for you. So how can you do this for yourself? I want you to work backwards. What are you doing now? Maybe you are a gym enthusiast who loves lifting weights. And I know a lot of guys that love lifting weights, but they don't do no cardio. That's why they're kind of They look bulky, but they're fat. I don't want to be that guy. So I want you to work it backwards. If you're already hitting the gym 3 or 4 times a week, heavy weightlifting, what is your training missing that you know is going to be good for you if you want to become a hybrid athlete who employs this 8-week method? The 8-week method is something that I've really tried to put together for myself. So now I've created it for myself. I'm trying to create this for everybody else because I think everybody else should think like this if they want to be an athlete for life. You don't have to be an athlete, by the way, but I want to be an athlete for life. So work it backwards. Maybe you're a runner, all you do is run. All you do is run, like them guys I see on the streets around London, just running, skinny as hell, running, 6 miles, 10 miles. Yeah, that's great, but you're skinny, bro, and you ain't got no muscle on you. So think about, if that's all you do, run, okay, now how can I add in 3 weight sessions in there? Okay, so it's about making your training well-rounded because you want to be 8 weeks away. I'm gonna finish this video explaining why. Like, why should you do the 8-week method? And ultimately, you don't have to. You don't have to. I don't care. You could stay how you are, you know. But the benefit of the 8-week method is essentially, if you want to sign up to a CrossFit competition, if you want to sign up to a boxing match, if you want to do a cycle, if you want to do a 100-meter sprint race, like, you need to keep yourself close to the fitness levels required. If you want to do a bodybuilding show, you need to keep yourself close to the requirements. I'm not saying that this is the perfect method, but this is the perfect method for people who want to compete every now and then. Like, I don't compete seriously at Muay Thai, but I know that if someone said to me, hey, you got a Muay Thai fight in 8 weeks, can you get ready? I'm fit. I'm relatively fit. Now I can go into a real intensive camp to get there and also improve my skills. The 8-week method is really about skill acquisition for those 8 weeks. So you should be fit, but you don't need to be like flying fit, because then in the 8 weeks when you're focusing on a competition, you get even fitter and then you get the skill acquisition. So the whole point of the 8-week method is to basically put you in a position where in 8 weeks you can do anything you want, and on top of that, it keeps you lean all year round. And that's the biggest point of the 8-week method. I want you to be lean all year round and look good and feel good. That's kind of the key here. So if that makes sense, drop me a like, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to know more about how I train, watch this video right here. I'm still getting used to YouTube, so if it's not here, I'll put it somewhere. Peace.